All right, so this is the second inequality. We're going to be looking at greater than inequality. Absolute value of the quantity minus 1/3 x plus 7 plus 1 is greater than minus 9. So again, first step, always isolate the absolute value. So we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. Okay. Here's the thing, that's about it. That's all we have to do here. Why? Because if you look at the statement that I have here, you have an absolute value of, this expression is greater than a negative. When will that happen? Always. An absolute value can either be 0 or positive. That's it. It's never negative. So we say is when is something that can be 0 or positive greater than a negative? That's always the case. So your solution here is all real numbers. So, right, there's nothing to solve for here, really, as I said. I can go straight to a graph. And that would be it right here. And then as a interval, that would look like that. All the negative numbers, all the positive numbers, reading this from left to right, so minus infinity to infinity with parentheses. A couple of things that I wanted to discuss in terms of other things you could see here. If I had, people ask, well, what if it's greater than 0? Yeah, if it's greater than 0, that is always happens except for one case. The one case is when that inside equals 0 itself. So what you're interested in is, first of all, saying where this equals 0. Subtract 7 from both sides. I will multiply both sides by minus 3 over 1. And x equals 21. And that's it. That's the only time this inequality will not work at 21. Every other time it's going to be positive. So your solution basically would be everything except 21. So if you put 21 on a number interval and write out the solution, it would be negative infinity all the way up to 21. What we can do, if you want, you can put a little parenthesis there if it helps. But right immediately you have another parenthesis right afterwards. So it's minus infinity to 21, not inclusive, union 21 to infinity. Okay. So again, when you have an absolute value that's greater than 0, that only time that does not occur is when the inside equals 0. Okay. Now, if it was greater than or equal to 0, a little bar there, then that be always the case. It's either 0 or positive, so the solution for this equation would be all real numbers. Okay. And again, the case where if it's an actual positive number, like instead of 0, I had 8, I covered that in the previous video, and as I discussed, you have to make a couple equations out of that. Okay, thanks for your time.